Today's story will teach you a lot of good lessons that you really need to know about. Cute girl explores abandoned home, gets shock of her life in the living room. A young girl who was fond of photography saw a red house that looked deserted and she decided to take a look inside. Well, guess what happened? She saw something she did not expect, and now you are about to watch a really interesting story. But before we start, be sure to subscribe to Did You Know and hit the bell so you never miss an upload from us. Also, leave a like right now. Leslie Muir is a photographer and an explorer. On her birthday, while she was going back home, she came across a red house. The house looked as if it was abandoned many years ago, and obviously, no one seemed to have lived there. The house caught her attention because of its color and the backyard with the overgrown grass. You, of course, know photographers view things with an eye of an artist, so they basically make art of anything. So she took some photos of the house, and then her curiosity took her to enter the house. She knew she would not be blamed or anything because that house must have been deserted, so she was not intruding on someone's life or breaking in. What she saw inside the house stayed with her memory forever and changed her life 180 degrees. Fate plays a big role in bringing her to that particular house in that particular time, and of course for a reason. The _tourist is her Instagram name. She explained that she had seen the house several times but never approached it. However, on that particular day, something lured her in. She did not know until today what exactly was the thing that tempted her to enter the house. But as I said, it is meant to be, and it is fate. She said the driveway is overgrown, the roof is caving in, and the interior would lead anyone to believe this land had been deserted. For a photographer and an explorer of forgotten places, that house would be really catchy and precious. When she entered the living room, she heard someone saying in a very quiet, faded voice, "Hello?" Imagine you think a place is abandoned and you hear someone speaking there. What else would you think if not a ghost? This would sound creepy. However, she saw a very old man sitting in the living room in front of her. The house was not abandoned at all. That man lived there, and he was the owner of the house. He had not interacted with people for many months because he was not good at fitting in and getting along with different people. This is what Leslie learned from the old lonely resident of the house. His name was Lawrence, and Leslie took many photos of him because he would take a big part of her life from that moment she stepped into his house uninvited and unexpected. She then started sharing with people his story. Lawrence had had a problem in his right eye, and he had poor sight in his left eye. He had already been sick because of his old age, but he was a very cheerful and positive person whose sickness did not deprive him of loving life. He was very kind to Leslie, although she was a stranger to him and appeared in his house out of nowhere. Yet, he was delighted that fate brought her into his life, and he felt very lucky that when he saw her, it was the best day of his life. Of course, Leslie was overwhelmed by his sweetness and promised she would never leave him alone again. She started hanging out with him often, and they shared meals together. He let her take many photos of him, which she would always treasure because he was worth remembering. She said that meeting him on her birthday was her best gift, and she knew she stepped into his life for a reason, which was to keep him company and take care of him. She made a new friend who impacted her life positively. She was keen on giving him the best time of his life since he was really ill, and sadly, he did not have a lot of time left. It was really sad to know that the man knew he was dying with no one around him until Leslie came around and cared about him. She also took him to a retirement home, and she visited him a lot. But that was not because she got bored of him. On the contrary, his health declined and he needed special treatment, so she had to take him there. She knew that he would miss home, but there he would make new friends. Leslie was thankful for having Lawrence in her life and said, "He gave me the chance to really do something for someone, an act of kindness with no expectation of reward." Leslie is such a very sweet person whose heart is very pure. We should learn how to make our elders feel good about themselves and never left out. We have to appreciate their presence and take care of them because all they need is to feel important, loved, and remembered. What do you think of our heroine of the video? Thanks for watching.